Welcome to Vietnam.
Low key, this might be a little vibe out here. Hey. What's going on, fam? I got my man Tripping with Jay.
What's up, y'all?
In the building, and we are in Da Nang,
Yes.
Vietnam.
Yes.
All right, brother. So you flew in from Thailand, right?
Exactly. I did.
Well, first, let me start here. Like, how many countries you been through so far?
I've been to about 20 to 25 countries so far.
Okay.
Looking to add at least 4 or 5 more by next year.
Okay. So what initially gave you a travel bug? Was it seeing content online, or?
Yeah, it was a combination of like taking my first trip to Tokyo, Japan about 10 years ago, and then with people like yourself posting on YouTube consistently and just showing the world to people like myself and seeing somebody that looks like me travel the world. I knew it was possible, so I just got my passport and I started traveling. I booked that flight, I took that PTO, and I haven't stopped since.
Okay. And what city are you originally from?
I'm originally from Detroit, born and raised, but now I'm living in Las Vegas. I've been there for 10 years, and I've been just trying to get away from the States since then.
Okay. And what do you do to afford to be able to go overseas for months at a time?
Yeah, so I do a whole bunch of things. So I have a day job, and I work for a cell phone company for my day job, and I also do real estate, and I'm a real estate investor. And of course, I do content creation as well, which you guys will see on my channel. But I do a combo of that allows me to stay abroad for months at a time and not really have to worry about bills.
Okay, so you mentioned that you're just trying to like get out the States.
Yeah.
Why don't you like enjoy living in America no more?
So I believe America is still one of the best countries in the world when it comes to making money and the ability to create a business. It's very easy, but as far as the quality of life, that was my main gripe. So I wanted to really have a better quality of life, and I looked abroad. First, I was looking at Mexico to kind of relocate to because I am a resident of Mexico. But I wanted to explore Southeast Asia to kind of figure out if this is going to be the spot that I want to have either a home base or a second home or a third home at. And so far, I can really see myself living in Thailand, to be honest with you, because it offers a better quality of life and the affordability aspect as well.
Okay, so what are a few of the countries you've been in that you've been kind of looking at to live in?
Yeah, so I mentioned Mexico. I went to Brazil last year. I could see myself living in a non-touristy part of Brazil because of the safety component of it. I've been to Peru. Peru was really nice. The only thing about Peru is, I don't know if it's really like American friendly. I know it's our responsibility to kind of assimilate into the culture of the country that we choose to live in. But I think there are better countries than Peru for Americans to live in. And let me see, the last country, for sure, Thailand was the last country. And in Thailand, I can see myself living in 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now you didn't mention Vietnam. What about Vietnam?
Oh man, come on, man. Listen, I love Vietnam for what it is. I love the Vietnamese people. It's just a lot of roadblocks and barriers for people to not only come and visit, but it's also a lot more difficult for people to come and try to live here because the visa process, and I mentioned this on my channel as well, you have to wait like 7 or 8 working days for a visa to come through. And if you mess up one little aspect of your visa, like a date, or you don't put your correct name, you have a misspelling somewhere, it's gonna screw you up. And I don't like to compare Vietnam to Thailand, but people always want us to. But Thailand is so easy. They have the digital QR code, and you can do the visa instantly, and you can stay for 90 days in Thailand. But they have been kind of cracking down on like visa runs. But overall, Vietnam is just so many additional roadblocks that you don't see in Thailand, and it's just a lot easier to get cash, to withdraw cash, and the English proficiency in Vietnam is lacking. That's a few of the components why I wouldn't choose Vietnam right now, but I could see maybe 5, maybe 10 years from now, Vietnam may be the new Thailand.
Okay. And I think we kind of hear like during like the monsoon season, right? So it's the weather
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the weather is completely different. So I was so used to the monsoon season in Thailand being rain for like 10 or 20 minutes, stop, and we're good for the rest of the night. Here in Vietnam, or at least in Da Nang, it's totally different. It'll rain for hours and hours on end. It'll be super high winds. It'll be foggy, cloudy, dirty water in the ocean, and it's just a situation where you don't want to even come outside. And that's why we get no people in the clubs, nobody's in the bars or anything, is because of the weather outside and the tourists. There are a lot of tourists, but they're just not coming to the clubs at all, man. They're not here.
It seems like Da Nang is like one of those spots you kind of bring a girl, not try to find one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I always express that there are certain locations where solo traveling is not the best, and this is 100% sure, like for sure, a place you want to bring your partner, your girl, your guy, or whatever, however you want to roll. This is where you want to bring them, because when the weather is nice, you guys can be on the beach, relax, enjoy the affordability of Da Nang while they're driving on the sidewalk. But this is definitely a vacation spot where you want to bring your partner with and enjoy yourself and not really be bothered like you will in other countries. So this is just a chill spot. It's very laid back, very, very laid back.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
My man Jay right here.
What up, y'all? What up?
All right, so I think we got a new perspective on Vietnam right now. Low key, this might be a little vibe out here. All right, man, so it's been, I think, 24 hours later.
Yeah.
What do you think about Vietnam after last night?
Oh man, so I'm torn, man, because at first I didn't like it, but I wanted to like it. Now I like it a little bit better, but it has to show up for me at least 2 nights in a row for me to really come to a conclusion, man. Just one good night doesn't really speak for the whole city. It has to give me at least 2.
You trying to pull me in for another wild night. That's what you're trying to do.
Hey, man, yeah, last
I was
night
on good
wild.
behavior. I was on good behavior.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah,
man. It was just a long night. We met some new people.
Yeah.
And got introduced to some new spots. And now we got to repeat that again to see if it shows up on a Sunday night.
You know what? That's why this is like one of my favorite things about traveling is the fact that like we was in an empty bar.
Yes.
And it was a guy that was sitting down, like, and it was a brother. So, he wasn't really saying that to nobody, but I'm like, hey, bro, what's up? We end up talking,
Yep.
and he tell me about this spot, and we end up going to one of his spots. And it was like game over.
It was a night and day difference.
Yeah, and the thing is like, you can chat GPT all you want, you can Google all you want. It's nothing like somebody that's lived here, bro.
Yes.
Because, I think I found Mad City online before you even told me about it.
Oh, wow.
But it was, that's in the footage, it was pretty empty.
Yeah.
But last night was lit, man. Last night was lit, man. So, real quick, it's like another portion of the video. Let me stop.